We've got two fantastic machines here to carry out aerating and scarifying, processes that you carry out on your lawn in spring or autumn. One's an electric machine, one's a petrol machine, and I'm going to talk you through what aerating and scarifying is and what it does. Aerating is the process of opening up the surface of the grass by cutting slits right into the ground. What this actually does, it allows the rain to penetrate and drain away. So if you're used to a lawn that's boggy, that's sticky, that's covered in moss, that's difficult to cut till quite late in the spring, aerating will improve that problem massively. It cuts those slits or those slots in the ground using a steel blade. And then if you want to, you can brush in sharp sand into those slits or cuts. That hugely improves the drainage. And if you improve the drainage, you're much less likely to have problems with moss. The lawn is much less likely to be boggy and sticky, and you can probably get out and cut that grass much earlier in the spring. It looks terrifying when you first do it, and it may look like you've even ruined your lawn, but honestly, persevere, stick with it, wait till the spring when the weather warms up. The grass will start to come back really, really well, and you'll really see the true benefits of aerating the surface of your lawn. Scarifying is another process that can be used to improve the texture and the quality of your lawn. And like aerating, it can be done in autumn or spring, depending on soil conditions. Scarifying's not quite so severe as aerating, but it can look a bit scary after you've first done it. But don't worry, just like with aerating, it might look scary in the beginning, but the long-term results are absolutely fantastic. Scarifying uses little metal tines on a cassette that actually tear out something called thatch from the surface of the lawn. Thatch is all the dead grass, all the dead weeds, all the debris and twigs and detritus that have built up on the surface of the soil at the base of the grass. It clogs the surface of the grass, so it actually prohibits the grass from draining properly. A new grass can grow back where before there was just moss or thatch. In the spring, when the weather warms up, the grass will so benefit from all the extra light and air and stuff that you've created, and it will just revive the lawn and give you that fantastic green sward throughout the following summer. One electric scarifier and lawn rake, a really powerful machine with a 1500-watt motor, and a machine you can use in autumn or spring to carry out scarifying or raking or even aerating to kind of really puncture into the soil. You've got a 36cm operating width on this as well, which is great because you're going to cover a lot of ground quite quickly. 10 meters of cable, which is fantastic. A nice handle here as well to lift the machine, and you know what, only weighs about 13.5 kilograms, so certainly not a heavy machine. And also one lever height adjustment as well to take you through those different heights. So you can go from +5mm to -12mm. I want to say -12mm. That would be with the aerator, because the actual aerator cassette will actually cut into the surface of the lawn. It will cut into the soil. It will puncture that soil, and that will improve the drainage. It will allow the water to drain through, and it will just reduce moss and those sort of boggy lawn conditions that you may be suffering from. There's two cassettes. This is the one, the lawn rake or the aerator, and this can be very, very easily changed over to the scarifying cassette, which is on the base of this machine at the moment. And the scarifying cassette is the one that will actually hook out all the thatch and all the detritus and all the debris on the top of the lawn and throw it into the back of this 45-litre collection box. So there's no need to fuss about raking or sweeping it up or anything like that, or mowing it up afterwards. It actually scarifies the lawn, throws all the detritus, all the thatch into the grass box, and then you can just throw it onto the compost heap and let it actually compost. A great machine for sort of small to medium spaces to get your lawn looking great. As I say, you can use it in autumn or spring. This is the Webb Petrol Scarifier. You can take this anywhere, and also you've got power with this one as well, that really, really huge amount of power. And this can do much larger areas. It's got a 40cm wide operating width, 45-litre collection box on the back as well, because when you use this as a scarifier, it'll actually throw the moss into that box. So no need to manually rake it up or use the lawnmower to vacuum it up. It'll go into that collection box for you. And when you're using it in the aerating mode, you're getting sort of depths, cutting depths of between 5 to 15mm. And you've got these easy height adjustment on the side here as well that allows you to just drop the two cassettes up and down to whatever height you actually want them to be. At the moment, we've got the aerator cassette on there as well with those blades. There's actually 18 blades on there, and these will cut into the surface of the grass, cut into the surface of the lawn, and create slits or slots in the lawn that hugely improve drainage. But also, it comes with this additional cassette here. This is your scarifying cassette, and that's not as sort of terrifying as aerating, if you like. It's a slightly more gentle process, but what that actually does, that actually works on the surface of the grass, and that pulls out something called thatch, or pulls all that out, and it allows the air, the light, the oxygen to get to the surface of the grass. It allows new grass to grow back really well, and it just hugely improves the look of the lawn. And I'll be honest, scarifying or aerating can look a bit scary to begin with, but persevere, stick with it, and in the long run, your lawn will really flourish.